Analyzing and editing CSV files. The A-Label program has a feature that allows you to read the first several lines of any CSV file, and then you can analyze what you see. A CSV file is a special kind of text file. CSV is an acronym that stands for comma-separated values. CSV files are important because CSV files allow you to both export and import data from database tables. Such data is independent of the particular type of a database that controls that data. The A-Label program also allows you to select only certain columns from a CSV file, or to add columns to a CSV file, and to create the equivalent of a database table with a structure that will meet your label printing needs. In other words, you can work with data from a Microsoft Access database, or data in an Excel spreadsheet, or Microsoft Outlook data, or even data from an Oracle database. In general, all of these systems are incompatible with each other, but they all have features that allow you to create CSV files. The A-Label program can both import and export data in CSV files. Usually that data is used with what we call a general table, but A-Label can also import and export master mailing list data that is in a CSV format. If you open a CSV file as a text file, you should find it is very difficult to read and understand because of the variable widths of the various columns. The following shows the Academy Awards table data in a CSV format. Often, certain columns may not contain any information in a given row, while other rows may contain a lot of information in the same column. When viewed in a regular text editor, the column information in a CSV file appears totally unaligned and jumbled together. Now, if we select the menu Database, CSV Files Analysis and Editing, we can open the CSV file for the Academy Awards data. The program has opened the CSV file, and it has read and shows up to the first 15 lines in the file. In this example, we can see 6 columns of data. The columns are simply named column 1 through column 6. In general, A-Label can read and analyze up to 50 columns in any file. There are 2 things one would normally do after opening a CSV file like this. First, you can click the button with the caption Check Column Widths, and you should see a report in which the actual data is displayed from the first row. However, the program has actually read all rows in the entire CSV file, and it has computed the maximum number of characters for each of the 6 columns. You could print this report in case you later decided to create a database general table using parts of this CSV file. A second thing to do after you have opened a CSV file is to extract certain columns from that file. In fact, you can actually select a particular order for those columns. You do not have to extract all columns, and you can even create extra blank columns at the same time you specify the columns to be extracted. We call this process editing the CSV file. What we really mean is not that we change the opened CSV file. Rather, by editing we mean selecting certain columns for extraction that will become the columns in a new CSV file that you are going to create. Now we will explain how you can select the columns for extraction and how to create a new CSV file from the CSV file you already have open. All you need do is double-click the yellow column headers one at a time in the order you want to extract the columns. Each time you double-click a yellow column header, you will see that header title change with a number that tells the order for that column. If at any point you want to insert a new blank column, you can click the button with the caption, "The next column is blank." You won't see anything happen when you click this button, but the internal column counter number will be advanced. A blank column won't contain any data, but the blank column will act as a placeholder for data that can be entered later. After you have double-clicked the headers for those columns you intend to extract, you can click the button with the caption, "Extract and save the chosen columns." You will be prompted to save the information in a new CSV file that you need to name. You will also be given a chance to open your new file so you can see the new columns. You can even continue further editing of your new file. One other option is to combine any two columns to make a single new data column. When you do this, you will be given an opportunity to insert some connecting string data between the two columns that are concatenated. Sometimes the connecting string may be a single space character, or it may be the empty string, or it may be any other connecting data you need. An example of needing to combine two columns could occur when you have a name that is split across two columns that consist of the first name and the last name. In this case, when you combine the two columns, you would probably want to use the first name first, followed by a single space character, and then add the last name. Note that the options in the dialog give you the opportunity to combine the two columns in either order and to make the new column replace either one of the two original columns. We will combine columns 2 and 5 and use space in space as the connecting string. We will save this in a new file and we will open that new file. We can now see the best picture name has been combined with the year that picture was made. After you save a new CSV file, you can later create a general table that has the column width structure, and then you will be able to import your newly saved CSV file data. So by performing an analysis and editing CSV files, you can create database tables without having to manually retype or reformat all the data.